Imagine you're at the gate, ready to board your flight when the agent snaps open the sizer cage. Your suitcase is a fraction too big. One more inch and it's off to the hold with a $35 gate check fee and your holiday essentials held hostage. Frustrating, right? In 2025, carry-on baggage rules are evolving faster than ever. From airline policy shifts and basic economy baggage fees to TSA security nuances, this script will arm you with the knowledge and packing hacks you need to avoid surprise charges and headaches. Hit that subscribe button now for the latest travel tips, drop a comment with your go-to packing hack, and let's get you ready to fly smarter, no gate drama included. Carry-on crackdown for 2025. Airlines are aligning with stricter global standards by reducing allowable carry-on dimensions. American Airlines, for example, may shrink its 22 by 14 by 9-inch limit to mirror European regs. Rumors suggest these changes could roll out at varying times in 2025, so you'll want to check each carrier's website before booking. Even if the numbers stay the same, gate agents are no longer turning a blind eye to slight overages. Your well-loved suitcase could be measured with laser precision before you board. Basic economy and budget airlines. Fees for carry-ons. On United's domestic basic economy, you get only one personal item. No free overhead rollaboard unless you hold elite status or pay with a qualifying credit card. Frontier and Spirit have long made you buy carry-on allowances a la carte, with personal items capped at 18 by 14 by 8 inches and full carry-ons up to 24 by 16 by 8 inches. 10 in for a fee. As of January 3, 2025, Air Canada began charging $35 Canadian for the first basic fare carry-on, bringing the policy in line with U.S. carriers. And Southwest's beloved Bags Fly Free ends for most passengers on bookings made May 28, 2025. Only Business Select and A-List preferred flyers keep complimentary checked bags. Stricter size limits and enforcement. Airlines are becoming stricter about carry-on bag sizes. For example, American Airlines still allows one personal item, up to 18 by 14 by 8 inches, and one carry-on, up to 22 by 14 by 8 inches, 9 inches. But they're now more likely to check if your bag fits these limits. If your bag is too big, you might have to check it at the gate and pay a fee. Also, as of September 1, 2024, all EU airports have gone back to the rule that limits liquids in carry-on bags to 100 milliliters per container. This change happened because some new scanners, which were supposed to allow larger liquid amounts, didn't work as expected. So for now, travelers in Europe need to stick to the 100 milliliter limit for liquids in their hand luggage. These changes show a trend towards stricter and more uniform rules for air travel, which might also happen in the US in the future. Rethinking personal items. Pack smarter. Think a personal item is just a purse? Think again. Airlines now allow you to bring a backpack or tote that fits under the seat in front of you, but it must not exceed 18 by 14 by 8 inches. If your bag is larger, you may have to pay extra fees. To make the most of your personal item, consider using packing cubes to compress your clothes and keep everything organized. This way, you can maximize space and avoid last-minute gate adjustments. If your bag is borderline in size, wearing your bulkiest clothes on board can free up space in your bag. The 3-1-1 rule. Liquids and gels. Since 2006, the TSA has enforced the 3-1-1 liquids rule. Each passenger can carry liquids in containers of 3.4 ounces or less, all fitting into a single quart-sized clear plastic bag. Despite advancements in screening technology, such as CT scanners being introduced in some UK and EU airports, the US doesn't plan to revise this rule until these scanners are fully deployed nationwide, a process expected to complete by 2040. Surprisingly, about 75% of travelers are still unaware of this rule, leading to delays and confiscations at security checkpoints. Solid alternatives. Ditch liquids. Want to skip the hassle of liquid limits when flying? Use solid items like shampoo bars, stick deodorants, and bar soaps. They're not liquids, so no need for a quart-sized bag, and there's no risk of spills. For your favorite lotions and serums, pour them into small 3.4-ounce, 100 milliliter reusable bottles to fit the TSA's 3-1-1 rule. Many hotels provide basic toiletries, so pack only what you truly need and love. This way, you avoid buying expensive items at the airport and keep your bag light and organized. Tech at security, CT scanners and electronics. Advanced CT scanners generate 3D images of your bag contents, often letting liquids and laptops stay inside, but U.S. airports won't fully realize this benefit until around 2040. In the interim, expect to remove large electronics for separate bins. Ensure your device is power on for secondary screening. Dead batteries raise red flags. Power banks and lithium batteries, pack with care. When flying, you can bring lithium-ion batteries up to 100 watt-hours (WAH) in your carry-on bag. If you have spare batteries, they must also go in your carry-on, not in checked luggage. For batteries between 100 and 160 watt-hours, you need airline approval, and you're limited to 2 spares. Batteries over 160 watt-hours aren't allowed on the plane at all. After a fire on an Air Busan flight caused by a power bank in the overhead bin, South Korea changed its rules. Now passengers must keep power banks with them and not place them in overhead bins. Charging devices during the flight is also not allowed. Each passenger can carry up to 5 100 watt-hour power banks. Confiscated curiosities. What not to pack. TSA's Instagram reveals some of the oddest and most bizarre finds in airport security bins. Everything from model rockets with leftover fuel to zombie-style skulls rigged like bombs, and even live boa constrictors stuffed into carry-ons. It's a strange reminder of what people sometimes try to sneak through. While knitting needles are generally allowed if properly sheathed, many travelers are surprised to learn that other everyday items, like umbrellas with sharp metal tips, multi-tools, or even pepper spray, can be confiscated on the spot. Just because an item seems harmless doesn't mean it's allowed. Rules can also vary slightly depending on the airline or destination, so don't assume what was permitted once will always be fine. Always review both TSA and individual airline restricted lists before you pack. Ignorance isn't an excuse, and getting stopped at security can delay your trip or result in your belongings being tossed. A few extra minutes spent double-checking the rules can save a lot of stress. Patience. Essential carry-on. Medications, liquid or solid, are exempt from the 3-1-1 limit. Carry them in your cabin bag, declare liquid meds over 3.4 ounces at security, and never pack all your meds in checked luggage in case of delays. Original prescription containers aren't mandatory, but a doctor's note helps if names don't match. Pack a week's extra supply and keep it handy. Documents and essentials, keep them close. Digital and paper copies of your passport, boarding pass, travel insurance, and emergency contacts should nestle in an easy-access pouch. Use cloud storage for backups in case your phone is lost. Having everything organized prevents last-minute scrambles at immigration checkpoints. Smart packing strategies. Final tips. Soft-sided carry-ons squeeze into confined overhead bins more easily than rigid shell cases. Packing cubes and dual-purpose gear, like a scarf that doubles as a blanket, maximize space. Wear your bulkiest layers on board to save inches inside your bag. You're ready to fly smart. But are you packed? From airline policy shifts to TSA security nuances, 2025 demands a fresh approach to carry-on strategy. By measuring your bag, mastering the 3-1-1 rule, selecting solid toiletries, and organizing meds and documents, you'll sidestep fees and gate-check chaos. Ready to share your top travel hack? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more insider travel tips. Safe travels. See you in the skies.